Pilot, you are awaiting clearance into the Gunpla Hangar. Please proceed ahead until you are instructed to land. Pilot, you are clear for landing.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Gunpla Hangar. So I originally had worked on this Thursday night, and during the stream we had some technical difficulties that we had some natural difficulties. We had a thunderstorm that hit, and we lost power for about 3 hours. So I didn't get power back until about 10 o'clock that night. So what's going on, everybody? Hey, Jen. Hey, Dave. Yeah, we're doing it on a Sunday, and what's going on, Kevin? How's it going? All right, so before we get started, I want to talk a little bit about, some things about Gunpla Hangar I need to discuss real quick, just to get this off my chest. Nothing, nothing anybody's done wrong, nothing like that. But for everybody that's going to be joining, hey, Evie, what's going on? Will, what's going on? But for anybody that's going to be joining the hangar, we're make sure that when you come in, there's no music playing or anything like that. YouTube will flag me for that, and that will hurt my channel. So I don't need any kind of music playing in the background. If y'all are gonna come in and talk, have fun, play video games, you can do anything on here. Just be careful with that music, because like I said, this is something I'm trying to get off the ground here. So getting it off the ground and YouTube flagging me for a copyright thing, it could hurt me building this channel. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and start getting everybody in here that wants to build tonight. Just again, please be careful with if you have music playing in the background, that you have it going through your headphone or something like that, so that way it's not playing on the stream, because it can and will YouTube will demonetize, will do anything they can to stop me from making this successful with that. So let's go ahead and get that pinned at the top of the chat. Is the link for the entrance into the hangar. That is your pilot key. Take that pilot key and plug it in. That way you can get into the hangar. All right, guys. So we're working on the Barbataurus kit again. Yeah, YouTube loves those copyright strikes. You were so right. Music, TV shows, cutscenes, nothing, no kind of sound effects that are going to possibly get a ding from YouTube, because they pay attention to that. We had a version of Under the Sea playing in the background one time. From a ride. It was from a ride, and we got dinged. We got hit hard. Like they muted our video. So what's going on? We got Evie Frost in here. We got Will G-Force. What's going on, guys? If you want to join, there is a link pinned to the top of the chat. Also, make sure y'all are checking these links, these social links down here. You definitely want to follow those. If you felt like you want to give me a tip today, my Cash App is in that. Send me money on Cash App. That's super thanked. We definitely thank you for that. I've got a couple of people I've got to send out some packages to this week. As soon as the stream's over, I'm gonna be printing off labels and getting those out. So let's get to building, guys. Like I said, power failure hurt us last time. We're not gonna let that stop us this time. Let's go, pilots. All right. So now we are working on. I'm working on finishing up the back legs here. So F27 and F25. And again, this is such a wild kit. Like, I've never built something like this in this great detail. I've got another kit that's sort of similar with 4 legs, the Eldora Brute. It's such a weird design, but I love it. I love the shape of it. It's perfect. I actually have been wanting to build that one for a while, but that has not won any of the contests whenever I put up a vote for the next kit to be built. All right, so I need to tilt that a little bit so that way that leg armor can kind of get in there and fit comfortably. And guys, make sure y'all are hitting that like button. Make sure y'all are doing everything you can to help us grow, guys. We are so close to another goal. YouTube has taken a few of my subs from me. Well, I've lost a few subs. I can't blame YouTube for that. There are probably people in there that tried to think I was a sub for sub channel, and I'm not. I don't believe in sub for sub. Sub for sub is a terrible, terrible thing. And another thing too is I don't believe in the whole like subbing to get some entertainment value there. Let me turn my camera a little bit there. I realized I'm getting more of my cat food container than I am my actual build. Yep, 705. It came back again. It's been fluctuating. It's been doing this like 704, 703, 705. So I don't know what's going on with YouTube right now. Like, I don't know whether they're having like an existential crisis or what, but it's weird. It's been really weird. All right, so once I get these on, fold it back up. And now we need to get the B runner. And again, anybody who wants to join, pop on in. We've got plenty of space. And again, like I said, I'm not gearing that what I said earlier towards anybody in particular. Again, it's happened before. And I happen to notice that this week they are cracking down on a lot of things, so I'm trying to protect the channel. All right, we got a pilot in here. We got Kevin. What's going on, Kevin? How are you?
Good.
How was your
just chilling?
Y'all do anything fun?
Not really. It was good just talking to some of my friends and yeah. But listen. Did over your New Year's where you live? Didn't you hear some fireworks or gunshots maybe? Because I heard a lot.
We get a lot of fireworks around here just because where we live is a fireworks friendly state. Like, you can buy fireworks at like a fireworks store. You can go to a fireworks store, and there's like many of them just right around where I live. And as long as you don't have to have any kind of special licenses to do it, you don't have to have permission. You can just go out and buy them. You can do it any time of the year too.
Oh, that's real cool.
Yeah, that's one of the things about see, I live in South Carolina, and it's a very like less is more kind of state. So like less restrictive rules means more that people will be willing to do and spend money on.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really cool. Like, we can get like fireworks and all kinds of fun stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like when you cross the border into South Carolina, because the first thing you're going to see is like the fireworks mega warehouses that are out like right there on the border, because they know that people come from out of state to buy fireworks. Hey, Messiah, Happy New Year to you too, man. By the way, so I've got 2 people that I've got to ship out the winnings for the 600 subscriber giveaway. We're not doing a 700 subscriber giveaway. However, I do have something that I did get another copy of this kit. Again, I had pre-ordered this kit a while back, and I got frustrated with the seller. So I've got 2 copies of this kit. So I might do a giveaway later this year or later this month to see if anybody wants to take that kit, or I might just give it away to somebody. I know somebody's got a birthday. I know a certain member of my friends, or a certain friend of mine's got a birthday coming up soon.
So what you guys did?
That was my mom talking. Give me a second.
Hey, you're good. You're good.
No, I don't want
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and mute his mic for a second. Kevin, when you get back into the stream, just hey CB, hey Mama CB, what's going on? When he gets back into the stream, Kevin, when you get back, just shoot me a message on here if you're listening, and let me know you're back. I didn't want to have your private conversation aired out on the channel. All right, so there we go. And again, if anybody wants to pop in, there is a link there for you to pop in and say, hey, do anything you want to do. Like, If you've got a kit you want to build, come on, build a kit with us. We are more than it's always open. I hope y'all had a wonderful New Year's, CB and Mama CB. I haven't really got to do any of like oh wow, I totally had a piece of leftover runner there. My trash bag is all the way behind me there. I'll have to pick that up later. I was going to try to see if I could get it into one of my trash bags, but the trash bag is way too far away. And I'm in the middle of a build right now, so there we go. All right, so I've got the legs finished. I've got the Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun, CB. That does sound like a lot of fun. All I got to do is turn that if I put it on backwards. There we go. All right. That is so crazy. This is crazy, guys. I mean, you basically take the foot and turn it around, and it forms a like a horse style leg. It's really neat. I like the design of this. This kit's got a lot of fun. This kit's got a lot of funky, wild designs here. So I'm in love with this kit. This is a nice kit. All right, so the next piece I need. All right, I'm gonna see if he's finished. Hey, Kevin, you with us?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm
Okay.
just playing football.
Yeah, I muted your mic for a second because I heard you talking with your mom, so I didn't want to like air out your private stuff.
It is all right.
Yeah. All right, so let's see here, guys. We are. And anytime someone needs that done, y'all just shoot me a message. Hey, can you mute my mic for a second or something? And I'll be glad to do that for you. It's not, I don't want you getting in trouble for, having a family member on there, talking to you, and they didn't want to be on YouTube,
Yeah.
All right. So the first thing I've got to do is take this F-17 piece. But yeah, we didn't do much for New Year's. We went out to eat yesterday. We went to this a new restaurant to us in down in the Charleston area called Red Bowl. It's a Red Bowl. It's an Asian fusion restaurant. So they do all kinds of different things like Thai, Japanese, Chinese, just different cultures fused together in one. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm a huge fan of calamari. Like, I love calamari.
Isn't that the octopus?
Squid.
Oh, I was close.
Yeah, very close. Very close, as a matter of fact. But it's like, it's really good. Like, it wasn't terrible at all. Like, and the prices were like takeout prices.
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody ever comes down to visit or either comes to the area, let me know and I'll take y'all there. It's really good food. I've already told a few of my friends, hey, we're going there whenever y'all come down. All right, so here we are. I'm working on this kit. I will say this is a great kit for someone who's got a little experience with Gunpla. It's definitely not a very it's not new friendly because there's a lot of small pieces to it. So like, if you're new to the Gunpla community and you think this kit looks cool, buy maybe an entry grade to kind of get your hands dirty, maybe something else. Messiah says he slept into the year the past couple of years he's done. I've done that. I used to do that all the time as well, but we rang in the new year playing Ark, which I love. Ark is a crazy game.
Is there some sort of like on Minecraft, something like that?
So it's very similar to Minecraft. It's just there's a lot more survival aspect involved with it. Like, instead of just having hearts and armor and hunger,
Mm-hmm.
You got to make sure your hunger level's good. You don't know that your armor's breaking. You don't know that, you got to keep up with all that, and it's got a crafting aspect. It's got a survival aspect. It's got everything that makes it fun. Like, it's really a fun game. And there's dinosaurs as well. Oh, G4 says they got a couple of Red Bowls in Raleigh. Nice. This place was very, like, hip. It was kind of cool. Like, I figured it was a chain because it just the way it was designed and all that, but it was really cool. Like, I'm not hating on it at all.
Do they have noodles over there at Red Bowl?
What's that?
Do they have noodles?
Yeah, they had noodles. A couple of different noodle dishes to choose from there. One of the ones they had, one of the things they had that we saw is they had like and Kevin, you've heard of lo mein before, right?
Chicken chow mein.
Yeah, chow mein, lo mein, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, very very similar dish. But they had like I think Jen got the lo mein noodles and I got the Messiah says art was weird, but then again I didn't give it much time to figure it out. But I did a bento box. And for those of you that are familiar with, like Japanese culture, the bento box is like it's a multi-sectional box with different foods in it. So like what they do is they give you like 4 choices. You got your meat or your main dish, your rice type, or noodle type if you want to do noodles instead of rice, which I did rice. You've got meat, your rice, a type of sushi. You can choose from sushi that they have, and one other little side piece. Jen says she got the stir fried chicken with fried rice. Okay, sorry, but it was really good. I can't complain. That was a great restaurant, and quality was great. Food was great. Even the freaking waiting staff was amazing. Like, I left her a $20 tip. She was just that good. Should have told her to subscribe to my channel. But yeah, it was a really great experience, and we've been looking for another place like that because we used to go to a Korean place all the time called 843 Korea, and that's in the Charleston area as well. But they've really kind of solidified their menu into like one traditional experience, and they kind of, I don't know, it was after that which shall not be named happened. Okay, I see how that stands because it's like, why does that feel like it's not going to stand? And then I realized it'll stand. But yeah, after the events of last year and the year before last, they really changed up a lot of their stuff. So it's not as, I guess you can say that the whole experience kind of changed. Like the foods changed and all that. And I mean, I get it. They're being more traditional with their meals and stuff like that.
The feng shui of food.
What's that?
I don't know how you say it, but it's like
feng shui.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of. It was more like I think what they're doing, in all honesty, is they're trying to kind of unify it with traditional Korean dishes versus like Korean fusion, kind of like a Korean pop dish almost.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got those on backwards, but that's not hard to fix. Just flip those over like that, and I was like, oh my god, that is hard. That is hard to get in place. There we go. You got to like hold it in a certain way. So literally, you're building like a second torso on this. All right, I got to get the G2 runner out. And this one's going to take... these two little back pieces here, these little pieces of armor. Such a weird design, but I love it. Like I said, it's got such an interesting design to it. There we go. We got 2 stacks of armor on that. Now, okay, does this come with the wire? Because I didn't see wire in the plastic. I guarantee you it was probably in there, and I probably chunked it, unless they tell you to provide your own wire. Huh. Okay. It's I'm going to have to go check my trash bag in a second, because I haven't tossed it yet. All right, and that's going to go into the back of this. Wow, I really wasn't that far from being done last week or Thursday. I did bring another kit in here with me, and I can always pause and go grab another one. Having homemade po' boy shrimp tacos. Ooh, nice. Shrimp tacos do sound good. That sounds amazing. All right, so what I've got to do now is I guess fold that. So the whole transformation on this suit, like for that second torso, is so different than what I'm used to. So I'm wanting to make sure I'm doing this right. It doesn't necessarily feel right, but we're about to find out whether or not I did this right. And I think I did accidentally get rid of my... Okay, I got to figure out something here, because that's not lining up. Like, it's tilted a little. There we go. That's what I got to do. I got to kick those legs out a little bit. And there's the body so far. I will be right back, y'all. I have to see if I can find that cable that came with it, or that piece of wire that came with it. It will be about a couple of seconds. So let me put y'all on a quick be right back. All right, I came back and I found what I was missing there. So we are good. We've got everything. I had a piece that I was missing. It was like a piece of wire is what I was missing. Kenny, what's playing tonight, man? What game you playing tonight?
Madden NFL 13 on PlayStation Vita.
Okay. I haven't played any of the newer, like any of those Maddens there. I have played I know I've played a Madden game. I just can't think of which one I've played recently. G2 6, G2 6, G16, G26. I think I cut out G16. I did. Got both of the G6 pieces that I need there. And I need... Because now we're making the tail for the Barbataurus. Which is an interestingly designed tail, by the way. I'm not hating on this kit, but it's got some weird designs here. Looks like there's some extra pieces there. I don't know what those go for just yet, so I'm not going to take those off. So what I need to do is I need to take one piece here.
Uh-oh, just
Plug
made
that
another
tail in.
touchdown.
What's up?
I was saying, I made another touchdown.
Nice.
It's like 5-minute quarters, each quarter, 8 seconds left.
All right, so let's get that tail in place there. Good news is you can kind of kick out the legs a little so you can get... Okay, here we go. I'm starting to drop things already.
He looks like a combination of Batman and the Red Hood.
Oh, this kit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does have kind of a... It has an interesting design to it. It has a very interesting design to it. Wow. All right, where's that supposed to... Is that supposed to go... Okay, I see. I'm putting it in... Putting it in the wrong area. It's supposed to go into there. Okay. I was sitting there fighting with the hip joint or the hip spot. Where did that come off of? All right. So the only complaint I have so far about this kit is just had a piece come off, and I see where it came off from. That should be easy to get back home. It does have some loose parts on it, guys. These parts are very loose. So,
Can't you super glue them together?
Yeah, you can use a little glue. I tend to want to not do that just in case I have to like fix anything. But there it is so far, guys. Really looking cool. I'm loving the way the Barbataurus looks. I'm loving this kind of edgy, like angsty design that it's got going on. Like you said, kind of like Batman meets the Red Hood in a way.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like it's a very odd design. And then I've seen now that people are actually going into the game that this is the game that inspired this series, Gundam Breaker Mobile.
Mm-hmm.
And they're actually designing kits, and they've actually like dropped a whole bunch of suits, like the Funsaiki Master Gundam series just got a drop, and so now people are actually making their own horse Gundams. Will says he found some ancient debris on Minecraft. Nice, man. We were sitting there looking for that earlier. All right, so now we got to make the backpack. That's gonna be the next step. And again, this isn't going to be a long stream, guys. I'm not really aiming for like a super long one. I've got a little side suit that I'm gonna work on after I get this done. I'm gonna try to get we're gonna try to go to like 8 o'clock tonight if we have enough stuff to do. Right, I need this.
They gotta wait till you get to 50,000. They get ready to do it. And then I was gonna have to come back.
B28.
But they messed around and broke up the damn engine.
My back.
They let me make it past that one.
B22. So Kevin, who's your football team?
Huh?
Who's your favorite football team?
The Detroit Lions.
You like the Lions?
Yep. Who's your favorite football team?
So I pull for the Panthers, just because that was my local team growing up. Like
nice.
when they came out, they actually played in the stadium of the college team that I follow.
Oh, no. That's why you're looking at it.
Let's see. All right, I gotta find a part here. This one says I need A2 47.
Yes.
Oh,
That jacket ain't no joke.
And then I need.
Oh my God.
Hey,
What was the snow?
hey, Blue Harvest, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. He said just hopping in before he has to go to bed. He says Dolphins are out of the playoffs, and he's sad. Oh, that sucks, man. The Dolphins got one of my favorite players, Christian Wilkins. I used to love watching him in college. But yeah, the Dolphins. I watched Christian Wilkins when he was playing in college. That kid was a beast. He ain't no kid now. He's a man, but he's still like they say he's still pretty wild on the field. Like he'll sit there and talk trash and just laugh about it afterwards. Yeah, I mean, y'all had a pretty good comeback season, man. Mark, that's not bad at all. All right, last of the stickers. So let's see here. I gotta take this piece here, and that's gonna go right. All right, let's get that. I'm trying to get that lined up just right, and it doesn't want to line up the way I was hoping it would. Oh, nice, Mark. Said he got to see his dog again, which is cool. Yeah, y'all went from 1-7 to 8-8. So I mean, you only lost one more game throughout the season, but still. And I know that I think Tua Tagovailoa has been having some. He's been having some injury issues.
I'm watching YouTube.
All right. So we've got the backpack almost done here. I'm gonna bring my camera forward a little bit so y'all can see my wonderful Sleeping Collectible shirt. Oh, that's awesome, Mark. That's really good. Hadn't seen him in over 3 years and got to see him twice in a week. That's really cool, man.
You doing? You're making a rap.
Here we go. Gotta plug this in here. Let me see, how does this go? I think I got it upside down. Huh, okay. So that needs to be pointed. Let me see. I need to find B28. Did I already cut B28 out? I did. Yep, I did. I've got it right up here. So the first thing I need to do is take this. And then take that piece we just put together just a second ago. And line that up together like so. There we go. Okay. And then these are going to kind of pop in and kind of hold it back in. Oh, there we go. It snapped in place that time as soon as I put a little pressure on it. Yeah, I remember watching Tua during his run at Alabama. He was really, really good. His brother is doing really good at Maryland. Doing good, man. Doing good. All right, let's get that backpack on. Again, this kit worries me a little bit with the angles. Like everything's it's got weird angles to it. And the suit itself doesn't really sit up. Like it sits at an angle, which is weird. There we go. I think I got it. There we go. Nope. It doesn't. It has a hard time standing, especially when you move it. Such a weird design suit too. Like you can tell that whoever made this for the series was playing around with those Barbatos kits. All right, so the stands are sold separately, but I mean we don't need to worry about that. And now the next thing we're going to start working on is building the weapons. So it has 2 small knives. There's a whole bunch of leftover parts on this too, which is really good because that means that's kit bash material. So I know y'all hear me talk about kit bash and things like that. Well, kit bashing, for those of you that are unfamiliar with the whole Gundam craze or Gunpla craze, kit bashing is basically taking parts off of another kit or taking 2 kits and combining them to make your own personal kit. That would be a great investment, Blue Harvest. I think you would enjoy that, Mark. They're really good, man. They're really, really good. I've got a friend that pops on here sometimes. His name's Alan, but he goes by Shade Tree Hobbies on here. He does 3D printing and he loves it. All right, so I've got to get this. We're taking that blade and turning it upside down like that. Okay. Wait. Yep, like that. Okay. That makes sense. Sort of. There we go. No? Nope. I think that's upside down. Okay, it's got to go like that. And then this piece. Okay, I see how that goes. Let's see. It says that the line point should be facing like that. There we go. That's connected. I want to see if that came out right. Yeah, that came out right. Because it's supposed to look like that right there. It's supposed to look kind of like a weird dagger, but then it can hook down like that. And I've got to do that twice. So I need to cut out the next section of those. Which the good news is that tiny piece can be just kind of bent out of place there. Dave, thank you for sharing that link, guys. For those of you that haven't checked him out, go check out Blue Harvest. Another great member of this community. He makes such amazing videos. Also sent me some amazing British snacks, guys. Really a great guy. Mark's amazing, guys. Definitely go check him out. All right, Dave. Thank you for dropping those links, man. All right, guys. So now I'm working on doing the same thing here again. And what we got to do is we got to try to line this up perfectly. And it lines up. It does line up. It's just very finicky. There we go. All right, so we've got 2 weapons there. All right, so if we wanted to put those in his hand, we could, or we could just, leave them out for now, which I'm gonna leave them out for now. And we're gonna go ahead and put these on the. Go ahead and put these on him so that they're he's kind of holding it in place. Okay, I can go in my runner box, which is already covered in other things right now, so I gotta. Again, I keep my runners for now. It's a really awesome kit, Dave. I think you would like this one. I really do. It's definitely on the more wild side. And who knows? I've got an extra one. I'm debating about what I want to do with it. Like, I really am putting up a debate right now about what I want to do with it. Because, like I said, it is a wild kit to build, and I think because I picked up 2 of them, I don't plan on kit bashing this one anytime soon. I say that now, and watch, I'll want to kit bash it later. There we go. So let's see, how does his sword goes like this, and then it goes up into that little. I've seen some different paint schemes. Someone actually painted the actual kit, the suit itself here, in a white scheme. So it was painted in like a white, like a very white and red. So they left the reds alone, but they painted the suit. Oh wow! Okay. So these 2 pieces right here actually form the bow as well. That's cool. So the next weapon is by itself. There's no need to cut anything and like force anything, do any kind of special features for it. And that is its katana. It comes with a katana. That's it by itself. Like there's no. Okay, so here's the katana right here. It's just a simple, really cool looking katana. And they say you need to pop the hand out to pose it with it. I want to see if you can do that without having to like take that hand apart. I will have to take the hand apart. You have to take the back of the hand off.
Dang.
Yeah, some of these kits are very. I mean, if you can work it easily, you shouldn't have to. But sometimes you have to kind of like pry the hand open so that you can put the piece in.
Mm-hmm.
That arm keeps going behind it. Let me see. There we go. I'm trying to get it in there without having to pry it open, but there we go. I think I'm getting some success. Come on. Yes, there we go. All right, I've got the katana in its hand. I'm going to lay it sideways so y'all can kind of see a better side profile of it. But there's that. And I'll work on getting the bow out in just a minute because I want to get this mace out. This mace is really cool. So this is a standard Barbataurus mace, or standard Barbatos mace. And Barbatos has some pretty cool weapons to begin with. And if you've never watched Iron-Blooded Orphans, that mace is just nothing but raw power. Like the weapons in Iron-Blooded Orphans are very earthy. They're not I did do a Death Scythe and Barbatos kit bash, but a Barbataurus Death Scythe would be an interesting one. They actually do something with that with Live Lance Heaven and some of the promotionals for this wave. All right, Dave. All right, looks like Dave's trying to pop in. But there's his lance right there, or his maul or hammer or mace. There we go. Dave, what's going on, man?
Since I've been having some microphone issues, Nim said, "Hey, come on into the stream and see how do I sound? Do I sound echoey at all?
You sound really good.
Okay.
You sound good.
Are you building with Mega Blocks? Yes, I'm building with the Ultimate Mega Blocks kit.
Yeah, I filmed 6 unboxes yesterday for the Marvel What If.
Yeah.
And 5 out of 6 had an echo sound. One of them had a delayed echo.
Huh.
And I recorded this directly in OBS.
Yeah.
And I even checked the raw footage, that's recorded before exporting the files or anything.
Dave.
Yeah.
Check your so you use OBS for your recording all the time, right?
Yes, I that was the first thing I checked.
Yeah. I was about to ask, did you check your
I made sure that I only had one mic on. That was the first thing I checked. I even did a recording without the cameras.
Yeah.
And I still had the same effect. So I actually uninstalled, reinstalled OBS. So I just double checked all my settings again. So hopefully I sound good.
You sound really good. I don't hear any lag. I don't hear any latency. No echo. You're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Blue. Yeah. I hate to hear that, man. He says he's falling out with YouTube.
Yeah, I mean,
I think
I can understand that.
Yeah. Andy, what's going on, man?
I mean, the constant struggle with,
hey, Rolando.
This, the constant struggle with the subs and maintaining. Honestly, I'm in a couple Twitter groups. One of them I actually got messaged asking, bringing up that I'm not jumping on everyone's stream, and I, respectfully, I said, well, if you feel that I'm not a fit for the group, then feel free to remove me. I mean, all of us, we have families, we have lives, we have work. There's so many hours. There's only so many hours in the day. If there's 80 some odd people in a group, we can't sit there and jump on every single stream.
And see, that's another thing that I've
push our own channels.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome destination.
Yeah, Destination Stone said they got that Ghostbuster cereal for $1.
Was that the regular size or the family size?
But Rolando, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream.
And
did you fix your 3-0 Power Rangers Green Ranger, Dave? As CB wants to know.
I haven't done any fixes to it yet. I actually want to do another an actual unbox video separately than the live stream I have.
Yeah.
Because I want to try doing some posing with it so I can kind of cut that into the video as best as I can. So I really want to show it off, but I love it. I haven't done the fix that he said, at least not yet. But I mean, I also want to get a stand for him. But right now I have him in the box. I love it though. I mean, I'm a Green Ranger fan from way back. So, I mean, I'm tremendously pleased considering I've spent a lot more on much smaller items. Like, I mean, the SH figure arts, they can be kind of costly.
Yeah.
I mean, for what I paid for that, I love it.
He said he paid regular. It was the regular box.
Now, Destination.
Blue. That sucks, man.
Ooh. Strike. Copyright strike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those tend to pop
YouTube.
Up a lot more now. Yeah, YouTube's been YouTubing.
I mean, I got hit when I tried doing a test game stream, and I was playing one of the DBZ games.
Yeah, they're for some odd reason like DBZ gets.
I get that it's a much more popular property than maybe some other ones.
Yeah.
And I mean, not for nothing, back in the day, I even bought a Dragon Ball Z soundtrack because I like to kind of jam to the music when I was playing games. So.
Oh, definitely, man. So the bad thing is a lot like with a lot of the Gundam games, the music. Mm-hmm. You got to be careful which ones you use because like Gundam versus EX Maxi Boost on. Yeah, long name. I know, terribly long name. But it the music for it is very centered towards the animes, so it's all the anime OSTs. The game actually has all of the anime OSTs.
Oh, official soundtrack.
It's salacious.
What?
By the way, Dave, it's a bow.
That's a very sick bow.
Yes. And is this the? Oh my God!
No.
Is that the arrow? That is the arrow.
Let's see
never
it.
mind. I thought that was the arrow, but that clearly doesn't slide in it. What does it? I'm trying to see if it came with an arrow.
Family friendly now.
Oh, okay. So that goes into the hand. So here's the arrow for it.
Okay.
That goes into the hand, and then this.
In the anime, is the arrow that color?
I don't know. I haven't watched it. This is one of the ones I haven't watched yet.
Whoa! There's a Gundam anime you have not watched.
This is okay. So yeah, I am. So
Ladies
I
and
will tell you
gentlemen.
now. Yeah, I will tell you now. I am very limited on my anime series for Gundam. By the way, that is the kit, guys. That's it. It's done.
Nice.
Those little daggers I was building, they turned out to be parts of the bow. So he uses them as like little daggers and bows. I blame Salacious on Christmas too evenly. Or Christmas Eve too, Bloody Scrooge.
Yep. So how many
I'm quiet.
streams did it take you to do that one?
This one was 2.
Okay.
So it would have been 2.5 technically, because I started Thursday with this, and during the streaming process, I lost power because we had a nasty storm roll through. Like, it was really nasty. I'm gonna take that hand off rather than fight with that. So one of the things you can do here, and if I can get it to work, I don't want to lose any small pieces here, but I'm trying to get the hand to come apart. There we go.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, you were saying before about, that you have another kit and you want to try and do something with it. For some reason, I was getting a crazy psychotic vision in my head of like, Death Scythe riding him, which I think would be kind of cool.
It would be kind of cool. Yeah, you can actually have kits sit on top of this one. Oh, that's not that.
Because I was just thinking like the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse kind of thing.
Yeah,
a Gundam with a scythe or some kind of flaming blade coming at you.
Yeah, I was about to say if it would have been if I can get a hold to just the Fun Psyche kit, if they would just release a Fun Psyche or a horse kit in general, they have like these. So they have the horses for the SD kits, and those will work for 1/100. You can actually put an SD. You can actually put an SD horse on a 1/100. Or you can put a 1/100 or 1/144. Excuse me, 1/144. So an HG kit can work with SD parts, and some 1/100s can too. But it would make it like a tiny set of wings on it. But one of the things I saw is that the new SD series, the SD Super World or something like that,
okay,
actually has those kind of kits, or like the horses and stuff like that. All right, so I'm trying to test out the bow here. I really wish they'd give me an extra set of hands so that I could have clasped around this.
Nice.
That way I wouldn't have to like take the hands off and pose with it.
By the way, I went around to Hobby Lobby yesterday. Nothing new. I mean, they did have a Leo there, but it's pretty much the usual suspects. RX-78-2.
Yeah.
They did have some of the Transformer kits, but not the Rodimus.
Yeah, that one's kind of a rarity.
Yeah. I did find that on Dorkside, and I'm thinking of ordering it from there.
Yeah.
Dorkside is like it's for anyone who's just a like a action figure collector,
Yeah.
I'm kicking myself. Why did I not try and go through them before? I mean, I found some sick deals on there. Like there's a Fantastic Four wave. A lot of those figures are $15, considering they go for $22.99 regularly.
Yeah.
Even the Hulkbuster, or not the Hulkbuster, but the Hydra Stomper from the What If wave.
There you go, Dave.
Put that up too. That looks so sick.
And me being a Sagittarius, this is even better for me, you know. This is the Sagittarius kit, you know. But
I'm going to have to look that one up.
You can get him at New Type has him really cheap right now. Like I think he's actually on sale right now.
Oh, by the way, the last kit I built on one of your streams,
Yeah.
I had finished it that night.
Nice. Is that that's the Quanta?
Yeah. I mean, he's got the rocket launcher on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Got the blade off the back. I mean, he's just...
Dude, that's a really cool suit. I like that. I kind of want that one.
I kind of want to get another one of these. And
Hey, Blue Sasquatch.
Do some paints. Do a little paint scheme on here.
Oh, no. What is... we got Salacious in here. Salacious says, hello, Lady Miss, G-Isa, Blue, CB, and all loving kisses on all your pink bits. On all y'all pink bits.
Hey, he's a lover, not a fighter.
He is a lover, not a fighter. He says, Bob is naked and in bed. Everything is on display. Ugh, I have the remote.
I hope that's not a metaphor for something.
Blue Harvest says, you have his cardigan, Rome? He goes, yep, you want anything? I'm looking for, and Blue Harvest says, I'm looking for a 3D printer. I'm actually looking for a Gundam Dendrobium. So, you know, Salacious, if you can sneak that Dendrobium to the States, that would be awesome.
First class shipping, you know?
Yeah. The sooner it gets here, the
limit.
better. Okay, so I'm trying to pose it in a shooting stance with the bow and arrow. It's a little difficult because, like I said, it doesn't line up perfectly.
Well, I think that's a problem with bow and arrow props for anything, not just Gundam.
Yeah.
I've had the DC Green Arrow from CW.
Yeah.
His bow is a bit complicated. Takes a bit of work for him to hold that. Hasbro Power Rangers Lightning Collection Ranger Slayer. Again, it's designed for the hands to hold it, and it does not stay in position.
Yeah,
slightest movements. So I think it's more of, you know, bow and arrows are just it's a much more complicated prop than, say, a sword or a gun.
Yeah.
So,
and I see what I need to do. I need to twist the wrist a little bit. That way it looks. It's still a really cool kit. Yeah. Like I'm in love with this.
Oh, by the way, CB.
Hey, Sensei.
CB, to answer your question, $37.99 on Dorkside for the Hydro Stomper, which was like originally $60.
Let's see.
So if you're looking, I would definitely hit them up.
Nim says she's going to take a pony and a fancy car. Kevin says he's muted right now, but it looks like he muted his mic. But he said, I have a question about the What If Marvel series. Is Loki a good guy in the episode fight against the evil Hank Pym?
I have to rewatch the episodes. I don't recall that.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, so
I loved it because the one episode was about the zombies.
Yeah.
My favorite out of the What If is easily Zombie Captain America. You can see right through his damn legs.
Oh, that's crazy, man.
And I mean, you got blood, you got flesh ripped out on the back. I mean, they knocked it out of the park on this one.
You know, I thought it made sense.
They're going to be doing a Marvel zombie series, so that would be cool. Crazy that we would see something involving zombies on Disney, right?
Yeah, I know. You never would have thought
that. Hey, Sensei Serum, how you doing today?
Sensei answered it. He said yes and no. He's more helping Fury just so he can take over the Earth, right? All right. So I've got Barbataurus done. I've got a 30 minutes mission kit that I was wanting to put together. It's a tank. It's like a space tank.
It's a tank.
There were so many extra runners for this too. Like there were so many extra parts here. Dave, this is a Kit Basher's like paradise.
So
because you got extra arms, legs,
you got parts for
everything.
days, huh?
Definitely. Ooh, are there extra handbags? I got excited because I saw extra palms. Nope, no extra handbags. Man.
Yes, MK. If you got a wrench, you're a mod.
Yep, you made it to mod status. I've been meaning to do that for a while, Sensei. It's just every time you pop on, I'm in the middle of killing something. It is a really cool looking kit. All right, guys, I'm going to make my screen the primary for the moment here. Just to kind of show y'all just the detail on this. I mean, I'm going to give you the front view there. I've got him holding his bow and arrow right now. Again, the arrow kind of moves around in his hand a little too freely. So if you're trying to get that shot pose, it's a little different. The cool thing is, like, if you need to break him off from the centaur half here, which is really crazy. Dave, you're building basically two Gundams, but one's missing the head. That's what that second body is there for. Posability, he's really posable. Like I can like pop him in like in a slide, sort of. You know, kicking that leg out and kicking this one back, so it kind of gives him that ultimate like stretch out. I can kick those legs closer too, so he can be leaning forward a little more. Like I think that's probably what I was supposed to do, but he's really posable.
I want to check. I gotta find out. I gotta find where to watch that series because I could just imagine that in a fight.
Yeah,
with the extra legs, that's got to have more like staying power. Like if you're like hand-to-hand combat with another Gundam, I mean those extra legs can dig into the ground or dig into whatever, you know, ram set into whatever it's standing on, and just it's like an immovable force, I would think.
Yeah, it definitely is. And I mean, posability, his arms are super posable. Like I'm playing around with it right now just to get it what it you know, what kind of posability it has. Again, all of this stuff can be popped out easy and put into place. Like you can play with the hands a little bit. Yeah, I know, Jen.
Here's one. How about Barbatos versus Barbatos, Lupus Rex?
So I would love to see that happen. I would love to see a battle between the Barbataurus here and the Barbatos Lupus Rex. I love the Barbatos. Dave, have you seen the new kits coming out?
No.
The new Iron-Blooded Orphans kits?
I don't think so.
All right, we got a little time to kill here before, and that 30 minutes mission kit is not really on my like to-do list. So Iron-Blooded Orphans is getting 3 new kits released for the and I'm using a website called Gundam Kits Collection. This place is a great place to go and find like all of the new kits that are coming out.
You said it's called Gundam Kits Collection?
Gundam Kits Collection. All right, so here we go. I've got everybody's off to the side there. So here is there is the Asmodeus. This Gundam was named after the demon prince Asmodeus, one of the 72 demons in the Ars Goetia. But there it is right there, Dave. I'm gonna zoom in on this picture a little bit here.
You show that on a stream a couple streams back.
Yeah, for those who haven't seen it yet, though, that's a kit right there. I'm dying to get my hands on, guys. This is the Asmodeus. Again, it is a really cool kit, and the Barbatos Rex. Yes, I think the Rex would definitely win this, though, dude. Because I mean, it depends on who's piloting it. But anyway, what's going on, Sleeping? Welcome to the stream.
And correct me if I'm wrong, are you not wearing a Sleeping Collectibles t-shirt?
I am wearing a Sleeping Collectibles t-shirt. This is probably one of my most worn t-shirts. All right, I have a bunch of like, I actually got a Salacious Rum shirt coming in the mail.
By the way, if anyone who's watching and you're curious about Sleeping Collectibles, here's his link tree.
Look at Dave. Dave, you definitely need to become like the marketing guy. Send me the link to this one for non-sus reasons. For non-sus reasons. So the Asmodeus is on pre-order right now. There's like let me see. Does USA Gundam actually have it? And again, I'm very wary of USA Gundam Store right now with their and I get it. They've had some issues with getting their stuff in.
Well, I know a lot of people have. I mean, I was
dude,
at
yeah,
Walmart, and there's no signs of them restocking anytime soon on anything.
All right, let me go in there and see if they actually have the Asmodeus listed, because I don't know if they have. Yeah, they're calling him the Gundam Asmodee on their website, and that's not... This won't drop until May, by the way, so it's got a long time coming.
I think that would be a good one for the Barbataurus, because he's got that lance, kind of a medieval,
yeah,
King Arthur Gundam kind of style going on.
So this one here is the Seagrin. This is another one coming out, and this is also from the Iron-Blooded Orphans wave. The Seagrin comes from so there's a new series of I can't talk. There's a new series of, oh God, he said he just glued his ankle. I think Blue Harvest was working on something.
But did you glue your ankle to your other ankle? I hope not.
He said I've just glued his ankle. But the Seagrin here comes from that same Iron-Blooded Orphans secondary project that's coming out. It's a game.
Okay.
And then we have a third kit that's coming in that same series right now, which is the Cyclops Schwalbe Custom. Again, you'll notice that a lot of these have like very Nordic sounding names. Like you saw there the Seagrun, the Schwalbe.
Well, I'm on that site right now looking at the RG-11444 God Gundam.
Yes.
Looking kind of nice.
So, have you ever watched G Gundam?
No.
Let me see if I can find that kit. That was actually a big announcement earlier this week, late last year.
Some of the posing that they're showing here looks kind of sick.
Yeah, I'm actually on that same site right now looking, and oh, they must be talking about that Doc Brown, the ankles on the Doc Brown. There's the link for Sleeping Collectibles if y'all haven't checked him out. Go check him out. Yeah, I'll definitely probably be picking up these kits as well. Here's that RG God Gundam, the G Gundam. In America, it was known as Burning Gundam, Shining Gundam.
Okay.
Burning Gundam. Because they couldn't really... But look at the posability on this. First off, a Gundam that poses like that has that perfect, like, fluid motion pose, just by all means, take my money. That's a $40 kit right now, by the way.
Scroll down further. We got the Jean-Claude Van Damme pose.
Yeah, we got to see that. There we go. There's the Jean-Claude Van Damme splits. Now, Dave, if you like, are you a Dragon Ball person? Do you watch Dragon Ball? Okay. So
Dragon Ball Z. I mean, I grew up watching the original DB, so yeah.
Yeah, so G Gundam is very much like Dragon Ball. It is the Dragon Ball of Gundam. It came out, so when Gundam Wing finished its run on Cartoon Network, they were looking for something else that would get the American public's eye. And so they released G Gundam on Cartoon Network during their Toonami block. And it's wild. Like each Gundam comes from a different country. That's how they don't fight wars anymore. So now it's all about like, this. So they basically have these Gundams that are from each country, and God Gundam is from Japan. Sleeping says, "Screw Disney, I'm getting Gundams." And he says, "Always leave NECA in the box." And Blue Harvest says they break in the box, and Jen laughs. But yeah, so this RG Gundam, and I love the fact that they include that hand. I know that that's photoshopped in there to make it look like it's glowing.
Yeah,
I know they're not gonna have like an LED base lit hand like that, because that's just, you can't fit an LED in a. I mean, you can fit them in these HGs and RGs, but
I think maybe an MG maybe.
You can definitely put them in an MG. A perfect grade's the best one though to put LEDs in. MGs are good for LEDs as well, but you got to do a lot of carving in a RG and an HG. Look at how posable that joint is. I mean, they're literally telling you right there that ankle joint can fold, and that's something we've never seen in a Gundam before. We've never seen foldable ankles.
But here's the question: how, like, okay, let's say we have him posed standing upright, like doing a side kick.
Yeah.
How stable is he? Is he top heavy because of the shoulders and everything else on
I
here?
can
That would
guarantee
be
you
my
he's
concern.
I can guarantee you he's going to be a little top heavy because he's got wings. As you can see, those wings can splay out in like 3 different pieces right there, which is really cool. That's one of the things I loved about the Wing Gundam and the RG and the God Gundam is the fact that they actually had these separate wings. Now, fun fact, in America, we could not get it listed as God Gundam on TV. And that's just
Obviously
because
for obvious reasons.
Yeah, they tested it. They tested it out with a group, and the viewer group was like, "You might want to steer clear of that one."
They were probably tested in the Bible Belt.
Yeah, well, I don't know if they did much testing in the Bible Belt. Like, I think it was more like, I don't know. I don't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole, to be honest. Where you know how it happened. Ooh, here's
3 things: politics, sports, and religion. You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
the
about?
3 things. The 3 things I will not touch. Here's something here that they're working on. I wanted to see this. Gundam F90 is getting A to Z is getting a project reveal soon. Premium Bandai, P Bandai, and Bandai Hobby F90 A to Z project page has announced that it will reveal something new on January 6th. So, 4 more days. Do we have a Gunpla Hangar in 4 more days? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. 4 days time. We'll go and check this out to see what's going on. The site also links special custom builds using the A to Z project model kit expansions to the existing master grade F90, F91 kits. F91 is a great kit, by the way. I recommend that kit if you can ever find an F91. It also features a simulator that previews all Gundam F90 A to Z project expansion kits to date. And then you got people commenting down there, and then they've also got the RX-93FF New Gundam, which is basically that statue that's in Japan.
Okay.
They said that it's... All right, Blue Harvest. Have a good night, man. Thank you for dropping in. But yeah, so there's all that. So okay, I'm going to go to USA Gundam Store just because they actually do have their pre-order stuff in.
Okay.
Let's look at some of the
I just found one I think I might have to get.
What you got?
The HGUC 144 White Rider.
Really? The White Rider? Is that on P Bandai?
P Bandai, yeah.
All right.
It's got kind of if you're a Power Rangers fan from way back, it's got kind of a White Tiger Zord kind of vibe to it.
Yeah. So, for all you Digimon fans out here, there's that Vital bracelet that's really, really cool right now. Like, if you haven't seen it yet, have you seen this, Dave?
It kind of looks like a Fitbit.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's a Fitbit that you play Digimon on.
Oh.
Like, the more you walk, the more your Digimon can evolve to a certain way. All right, let me see here. I'm trying to get to franchises. There we go. You said be right back? All right, so let's go to Gundam. I'm on their P Bandai site, and again, they've got they do a bunch of clothing and stuff like that normally. We are looking for category model kits. There we go. So here's some of the big pre-orders that are popping out. They've just closed out the Unicorn Destroy Mode version Nike. I missed out on that. That's okay. But here is the Unicorn Gundam Nike edition. This is actually the one that they released with the shoe. So this is a really cool piece here. We missed out on the pre-orders, looks like. So the pre-orders will, I mean, I'm sure someone's picked, I'm sure one of the stores has gotten this, but it comes in a Nike style box. It's got all of the same things as Unicorn Gundam. The only difference is that Nike logo right there, and you get a couple extra stickers here. But other than that, that's about the only difference there from a standard Unicorn kit. There's a couple of like extra symbols here. That's just about it. It's just a Unicorn Gundam model kit. So that's actually I mean, it's a really cool one. Now I like this one. This is the PR ambassador of Japan, of the Japan Pavilion for Expo 2020 Dubai. So I don't know what I'm not too familiar with Expo 2020, but this was the Gundam that they sent out, and that they were doing like a design for that Dubai pavilion, for the Japanese pavilion at Dubai, or at Expo 2020. But it looks really cool, and I love that they do these random Gundams at times, and it's really cool. Like I love the color scheme of this. It's very like clean, very neat. I thought that one was a cool one. I would show you guys. Here's the Nike Banshee right here. That again. Ooh, missed out on that. So there's a few things here that are Gundam base limited that I'm seeing here. And you can see some of the prices on these aren't terribly... some of them are a little bit expensive, some of them aren't. But I was trying to find that kit that Dave was talking about. I think everything's listed here. Let's go new release. New release would be better. There we go. There's the White Rider one. That's the one that Dave was talking about. It's out of stock right now. Like, that thing sold out super quick. But here it is right here, guys. That's White Rider. There it is in full detail there. Really a cool kit. Really just amazingly detailed. P Bandai kits are very hard to come by. Like, they are only released at in certain batches. And P Bandai usually gets the first luck of the draw. You know, P Bandai usually draws those out. But let's see. This one tells you right here that this product can be found in model kit shops. They cannot be found in model kit shops. They may give away a few of them here, but I mean, they really don't. But this is the White Rider here, guys. This is the one I think Dave was talking about.
Yeah.
That's a really cool looking suit. I like the way that looks.
That doesn't look bad price-wise.
No, it doesn't. It's already sold out, though. Like, people picked up that pre-order quick, Dave. But, I mean, they'll probably release a second wave of it. That's just how they do this. That's like the Flugel. When the Flugel went on when the Flugel went on sale, you couldn't find that thing. We're going to look at that new release set one more time. I wanted this Efreet Jaeger. I wanted one of these, and I didn't pick it up. I do have one going to a certain friend of ours, a certain Destination Stone friend. I pre-ordered one for them because Dwayne was telling me about it, and he thought it looked really cool. I like the Efreet Jaeger. The Efreets are really cool. They're like modern Zaku, like modern Ace unit Zakus. They're really cool. I love the posability of this kit. This kit's got some great posability to it. It's got a lot of neat little accessories right here. It's got that sniper rifle. It's got that Kukuri knife. Really just some cool items there. But anyway, guys, that's it for that. We've been going for an hour and 19 minutes. Let's see what else we can get into here. I'm going to go ahead and put the Barbataurus away. Really a fun kit, guys. I highly recommend this kit. It's definitely something I would say get. The masked man. The masked man is his pilot, apparently. I love, and Dave, you know how the instructions are very like simplistic whenever you buy a Gunpla kit? look at just the artwork on there. It matches the box. It kind of gives you an idea who the pilot is. There's your pilot. He's the masked man.
Geez, a masked man in Gundam.
Yeah, geez. Heaven forbid that the villain not wear a mask,
Well, at least it doesn't look like a full-on
Char clone.
aluminum or silver mask.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's blonde hair and blue eyes underneath.
Definitely. He's definitely a Char clone. That's the one thing. Like I think me and Mirage had that discussion not too long ago about how can you find the Char clone in any Gundam anime? And the answer is always yes.
It's the Where's Waldo of anime.
Yeah. So, fun fact: though, Gundam was one of the few that didn't have a masked man as the major villain. Instead, the villain was a self-replicating, self-healing, self-repairing. It could replicate and rebuild and basically absorb everything around it to form a colony. Basically, it formed a giant Gundam colony. Now, the next thing I was going
to say, speaking of White Rider, I just did a Google search, and it looks like I found him.
Did you?
Sold out. I just sent the link in the private chat through StreamYard if you want to check it out.
Yeah, definitely. Let me look at that.
$31.90.
Kurama Toys.
Kurama Toys?
Yeah. I wonder how they do that though, because they're a hobby site based out of Tokyo.
Yeah.
I'm looking at them now, so they must have pre-ordered a few of these kits for themselves, because they're not sales offices in Hong Kong. Ooh.
Yeah.
Be careful, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Not knocking anybody from Hong Kong, but I have ordered stuff from Hong Kong sellers before, and it's like that Death Scythe kit I bought.
Knockoff.
Then you remember that? Okay, so you remember the Death Scythe Supernova kit?
Mm-hmm.
I bought it off of eBay from a seller in Hong Kong, and that didn't go through. So I went through another great store I want you to check out is the Gundam Place. This one right here, the Gundam Place. They're based out of Tennessee. Really good company. They actually do carry some of those knockoff kits, or some of those like hard to find kits, because they're not very popular. I don't know how they haven't been found. But
I'm loving the art on their website right now.
Yeah. They've got it's a really great website. I'll be right back, Dave.
Yep.
Like I love talking Gundam with you guys. Y'all are the best.
Oh, by the way, speaking of crazy things.
Yes.
My Buffalo Bills won today.
Did they? Who'd they play?
The Falcons.
I'm glad y'all won.
I'm
not a dirty bird.
The Falcons.
So before Carolina Panthers existed, I was a Dallas Cowboys fan, and
I won't hold that against you.
Yeah, I wouldn't ask you to,
because I'm a Bills fan and then an Eagles fan. So
yeah, mine was like I said, that was the team that I grew up on. You in South Carolina, you're either a Steelers fan or you don't have a team, you know. And my dad was like, "Well, I like the Cowboys." So, and it's funny, you do get Cowboys fans around here too. That's like in Georgia. Georgia is so funny because like you get either you get fans of Green Bay Packers or the Atlanta Falcons. But I will say more down here. Everything down here is more college oriented.
Oh yeah.
I mean that we don't really get a lot of pro teams down here. I would love to have a pro team in South Carolina, but I know it'll never happen. There's just no real major market, you know. All right, so I'm gonna work on this 30 minutes missions kit.
Why'd you have to put me onto the site now? Jeez.
Gundam Place?
Yeah.
So that is my third place to go to. I usually go New Type, Gundam Pros, and then Gundam Place.
Well, I'm looking at MG Barbatos for 54.
I want
I
to
don't
show you.
think that's a bad price.
All right. This 30 minutes mission kit won't take me long. It's literally 4 runners. But I'm going to share my screen again.
Death Sight for 45.
Yeah, if they'd have had that Rosette Gundam, I'd have picked it up, but I don't think they had it. Pulling it up now to see if I can find it. But they did have the super. Oh, they had it. They had it. Oh no, they had the water decals. I was hoping I was gonna be mad if they had the Rosette. They do have the MG Death Scythe, the MG like movie or show Death Scythe.
Yeah, I'm looking at all the MGs right now.
Yeah.
Ooh. Supernova Gundam Heavy Arms Custom. Oh.
Yeah, did you know that one existed?
No, but now I need it.
Let me show everybody what you're talking about there. I definitely want to show them. So Heavy Arms, as everybody knows, is one of our all-time favorite suits and to talk about here. This is the Heavy Arms Supernova. It's an $84 kit, Dave. But this is the Supernova kits are the knockoff brand by the company Dayban.
Dayban.
Yeah, Fighter of the Night Band. But that's the company that actually makes that kit, and it's a really, really nice kit. Like, I love the design of this.
Because the one I'm looking at it's like that, but it's got I'm looking at the actual traditional Heavy Arms colors. It looks like it's got some additional tank stuff that go onto the back of it.
Yeah, it's got some crazy setups here, Dave. Like, here it is posing in front of that. You know, they basically photoshopped it in front of everything, but that's actually the actual kit. You see how many miniguns that thing has got, or how many Gatling guns that thing's got?
That's just, I mean,
Dave, it's crazy, man. And what you see is what you get with that kit. Like, there were 2 variants of the Supernova kit. This is the Endless Waltz Supernova, but it is a Chinese third party. So the quality may be lower. There is no box art for this kit, and it may contain dents in the box. If you don't feel comfortable buying under these conditions, do not purchase it. It's for advanced modelers. Like, I've got the Supernova. Now, this is the one. This is the one I want, but if you see that price tag right now, that's why I haven't bit the bullet.
I can see why.
It's a $240 kit. It's the Zero Gravity Judge. Mecha Gaikotsu, one of the guys I follow, like, heavily in Gunpla building, reviewed this kit, and as you can see, Dave, look at the beauty in this. So one of the things, it's got 700 parts, dude.
Oh, is that all?
It's got a pre-assembled inner frame. Yeah. But look at the wing pack on that.
That's bananas.
Yeah, now a lot of people are torn between that pre-assembled frame, but then I've heard that pre-assembled frame is basically like an action figure frame. It literally allows for more posability versus like building the frame yourself. Look at that pike right there that it has. That is a crazy and there's the kit. There's the runners next to it there. It comes with a stand too. Dayban is known for dropping those for giving you those stands.
You mentioned just the size of the box.
That box is huge, by the way. It's huge. I've seen how big it is. There's the box art right there, supposedly. it's a beautiful kit. Like, I really want that kit. Here's the beams that it comes with. So you get like, there's all the like beam scythe stuff and all that. Look at the detail in that clear plastic, Dave. Just a sheer beauty. Here's the box right here. So as you can see, that box is probably a huge box. And that's it for the pictures there. That's pretty much it. But again, and here's a detailed picture here showing like how the parts come together. Like how you put it on the frame and all that. It's definitely not from any Gundam series, but I'm gonna tell you right now, that's still a great kit. I like how everybody in the chat kind of quieted down so we can give them lessons on Gunpla. All right, so what I'm doing now is I'm looking at this vehicle now to see how it can... You can actually combine these with your 30 minutes mission kits, and they become like backpacks and, you know, things like that. It's really cool. Like, you can actually put it on the... you can actually put it on your suit. Oh, that's really cool.
Kind of like with Transformers, they had the mini-cons.
Yeah, it's sort of like a mini-con.
Or like a little power up, or it would just be an extra firepower.
And this thing has multiple fight modes to it. It's got cruising mode, driving mode. Attach the part if you like. I love that. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on this a little bit. And again, if I finish this post-stream, it's fine. It's fine. Dave, have you touched any of these 30-minute missions kits yet?
I have not.
I would definitely recommend getting yourself one. They're a lot of fun. They're super easy to do, and you can add them to like a Gundam design. They even give you an extra head for your 30-minute missions kit. It's crazy. All right, so what I do is I'm going to put those off to the side there, and I need to cut out SMD14. So basically, I'm building like it's a space tank / flyer / I mean, it does a whole lot of different things on here, apparently. All right. So here we go. First steps are already done.
Oh, that's nice.
Those are actually working wheels.
I went on their website. Apparently, they have a section for damaged boxes.
Yeah. You got to look closely at a lot of these different websites that sell Gunpla. A lot of times you can find good deals on damaged boxes because people don't want to buy those boxes.
Of course,
yeah, Andy, Dave,
stock,
I'm definitely going to be looking at getting a Dayband kit later on. Like, not right now, but because I've already got one. And I'm kind of slowing down my purchases because I gotta finish that house this year. I'm tired of paying $1,700 in taxes for something I don't live in. All right, so now I need... What is that? Oh, I'm doing that twice. Okay. I was like, why does that look weird? And then I realized why. I gotta basically build 2 sets of the same thing and then stack them on top of each other. That's gonna be fun.
I'm looking at their 30-minute builds right now.
I would and they're not expensive. 30-minute missions kits are super cheap, like cheaper than like some HGs. There's a couple of them I want to pick up. There's one that's on pre-order right now that hasn't arrived, but I would like to pick it up. And I've noticed whoever does the website postings for USA Gundam has been kind of getting things a little has been having a few typos lately. I mean, I get it. It happens. All right. So there's the roly part to this. That's really cool.
Yeah, but, when it comes to typos,
yeah.
Someone who doesn't know any better sees a typo on their site. They never went through USA Gundam.
Yeah.
And they see that, like, well, they have all these mistypes. Oh, they might not be that legitimate, so I'm not even going to bother with them.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm not knocking, like I said, I'm not knocking USA Gundam Store. I know things have been kind of difficult, but I mean, a little communication goes a long way too.
Oh yeah.
Like whenever I ask about that piece, I ask about the missing. It took me having to ask for it for them to ship it, and that to me just screams, "Hey, we like our business, but." And again, I'm not one of those guys that's going to sit there and complain the whole time. I get frustrated with that. You can if you communicate.
It's a principle. I mean, you put in an order. You put in an order,
pre-order,
and when it's there ready to be shipped, you want to be notified.
Yeah,
you shouldn't necessarily have to call them like, "Hey, what's going on with this?" Because that just creates a shaky experience with the customer.
Yeah. And I mean, that was the thing I had the issue with is like when I put in the pre-order and it said, "Hey, it'll be here by," it said September, and I was like, "Okay, I get it. That's cool." So I pre-ordered it. Well, they pushed it back to November. I understand shipping issues right now, especially with that what shall not be named. Did cause some issues there with getting your pre-orders in, and I get that. I get it. I'm 100% supportive. But let me know. Shoot me an email. Be like, "Hey," or shoot me a text since you have me on your text list. Hey, we're sorry that your order is taking longer than normal. So they finally shot me an email, like the week that the shipment was supposed to get to them. "Hey, we're getting in our orders for your shipments. They should be there soon."
Yeah, I mean, I had my own experience with Amazon.
Yeah. Oh God.
Where I think I talked about this before. I ordered a coat.
Yeah.
And okay, it was well past the date. And he said, "Oh, it was going to ship out this day," but then they pushed it back, and then it's several days after it. So I, checked my tracking. Tracking said it was going to be delivered, and then I get an order, or I get a note. I go ahead and check it again throughout the half of the day because that's the kind of psychotic person I am. I have to keep checking.
Oh yeah, I'm the same way, Dave.
Oh, this your item may be lost.
Oh, I don't like that. That is.
I didn't get a push notification to get an email because usually they'll send you email. "Oh, your item is expected to be delivered today at this time," or "Oh, it's now been passed on to the next carrier. Projected time is such and such." None of that. So I call them and they're like, "Oh, yes, you're correct." I'm like, "Well, why didn't I get an email? If I can check it on your app, but your website and your app can't give me a push notification telling me that this is happening. You can't email me to let me know that my item is now potentially lost." And then they have the nerve to say, "Oh, well, because the item's lost, we would suggest you give it another 24 to 48 hours. Well, you're saying it's lost. And here's the thing. It went from Nevada and went to Massachusetts. Hello, I'm in New York. I'm between those two places.
Yeah, I know.
For one, why did it overshoot for one? And two, finally, after everything, they said, "Well, we can give you a credit. Would you like the credit on an Amazon gift card?" "No, I do not." "Oh, we can place it on an Amazon gift card." I said, "No, I want it back on the original form of payment." That's their little way of trying to keep that money within their company.
Yeah.
And the lady kept saying, "Well, you know how, like, okay, if I'm talking to you, if I can't help you, I'm going to be, well, I'm really sorry that this is happening. I understand that, you needed this item. No, it was like talking to a robot. I'm sorry this happened to you. Without any inflection, without any sympathy, no empathy, nothing. So at that point, it was big, it's just a little communication, a little acknowledgement. Yes, we're sorry that this happened. We're going to investigate it. That gives you a peace of mind. Now, as a customer, do I expect anything to come of it? No.
Yeah.
But at least acknowledging the issue.
Yeah,
That's
trying
what
to
a lot
at
of
least
people really want.
exactly. And yeah, I've definitely kind of reconsidered ordering anything from them now, especially pre-order stuff. Like I've got one more pre-order with them right now, and it was for their official mascot model kit that I was going to do. I don't know. They've got some 30-minute 30-minute missions kits I want to do, but I'm gonna look and see if I can find those elsewhere before I take the risk again. Kevin is here. I think he's got his mic muted. I'm not sure what was going on there. I think he rather wanted to listen in and chime in when he had something to say. All right. So now I'm working on this. This is an interesting kit, Dave. Like it's all about
It's all about the Benjamins.
It's all about the Benjamins, yeah. It's all about ball joints, which is crazy. I've never had a kit that was like this. Now, the only thing I've got to figure out is how to get these to line up. That's such a weird design. Am I doing it wrong? Maybe I've got them upside down. I do. Duh. I'm sitting there trying to get the parts to go together. I'm like, why are these not going together? And then I saw why.
See, that sounds like something I would do. Of course, I'm Irish and Polish. That's my excuse.
Yeah. Well, I'm Irish and Scottish, so. All right, I gotta build two
You
sets.
come from haggis?
I have had haggis.
Never had it. I know what it is, but just never had it.
I'm building the 30-minute missions spacecraft version purple extended armament vehicle. So this is what it's supposed to look like in the end. Like a spider tank almost. Or like the crab walking tanks that you can see on like Battletech and Mech Warrior. I remember getting a fight one of those on Mech Warrior, and I was like, whoa, that's nuts. These 30-minute, and this is like a $9 kit right here. If I'm remembering the right price. Some of these are like super cheap because there's not a lot of work. There's not a lot of parts to them. As you can see, I'm actually literally doing most of the fun work here now with this. Oh, it's raining again. It has rained all day.
I love looking at different sites for the same item and finding the big differences in cost. Yeah. I'm looking at the Barbataurus on your Gundam place.
Yeah.
$25.99. Now, if I go to Amazon, guess how much?
$30.
42.
40. That's because you get a lot of third-party sellers. That's the problem right there. There's a lot of third-party sellers get on Amazon now, and they just jack up the price because Amazon doesn't check their sellers.
I was also looking at the Gundam Breaker Battlogue Gundam Ground Urban Combat type.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got him for like $31.83, and Gundam places it for $24.99.
Yeah,
so even if I'm paying for shipping, I'm still coming out ahead.
Yeah, you'll always come out ahead there. All right, Kevin, have a great one. Thank you for being here with us today. These extra add-on packs are really cool. They are.
Take care, Kevin.
All right, so. Oh, this is very just detail oriented, and I like it. So now I've got to take these two pods that I just made here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna have to get the ball joint to pop gently into place there. Well, that's in. I was like, that didn't feel like that went in, and it went in. There we go. And it comes with this little extra piece right here that you can use for like adding extra parts to it and all that. Again, these are completely customizable.
So you can kind of like set up one of those as pretty much your weapon carrier, as it were.
Yeah. You can actually have your Gundam ride it. You can use them with Gundams and all that. It was definitely cool having you here tonight, Kevin. Thank you for being here with us. These are not terrible little time wasters. And that's really what they are. Is they're to kind of give you something to do if you don't have a kit that you want to put together, or if you're just wanting to find something easy to do that's just going to kill some time there. E2, and I got to do this, and everything's ×2 on this kit, so that's making it a lot easier. E2, E6, 5 and 6. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna combine those together, almost like so. There we go. So Dave,
go ahead.
Did I tell you? Did you hear about my possible good news?
What's the good news?
With the job I got?
No.
So I was at work the other day, and they were having.
Were you?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, I'm always at work, but I was at the office the other day, and it was like a couple of days before we left. It was the day before we left for New Year's break, and we had. Apparently, somewhere along the line, they had a tech issue that really locked up a lot of our services. So, like, pharmacy was down, the lab was down, and then one of our lab machines needed a vital update, and the vital update came in a file that nobody knew how to use. Being that I'm a nerd, I know how to work computer files. So I took care of the issue, installed it on both. So there are two offices in my town. One's an adult and one's the adult and teenager facility. The other's like the pediatric office. So I had to go to both offices and install the software onto their lab machines. Well, apparently, the IT manager had to come down to fix one of the pharmacy cash register because the update really messed up the software to the point where they couldn't even log in. Like every time they try to log in, it would like shut the system down, and it just got real funky. So he came down, and being that I was the only guy in the office that day, he came out to talk with me for a little while because he was like, "Man, I see how it is. They just leaving you out here at your desk." And I got to talking with him a little more, and he was like, and we got onto the subject of, the issues with the computer and all that. And I said, yeah, I had to go over and help y'all. I said, I had to go over and help them out with getting the lab stuff up and running. I said, and thank God I had my computer repair business experience. He stops in his tracks and says, "You used to run a computer repair business?" I said, "Yeah, I did it for a little while." I said, but business always dried up around tax season and Christmas, so I just kind of got tired of not having extra money for tax season and Christmas. So we got to talking a little bit, and the dude was like, "Well, you've kind of given me some information I need. How would you like to join my end of things and help do computer repair and help do like IT stuff here?" So he starts grilling me on like the questions about like doing IT work and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "So you walk up and a computer doesn't turn on. What do you do?" I said, "I check to see if it's plugged in." I mean, that's,
yeah,
the first step of any IT problem. So
but
next thing you know,
how many people don't though?
Yeah. You know, it's funny how many people go, computer no work, computer smash. So me and him got to talking a lot more, and next thing you know, he's like showing me he's showing me how everything's connected in, where the route, you know, where the servers are and all that, you know, where the bus is and all that, and he's just like, give me 2 weeks time, and yeah, I'm gonna be pulling you from sitting at your desk here to handling all of the IT issues for this office and the other office, as well as any future offices that are added in, which he started talking to me. He said, there might be one coming soon.
Hey, that's more money, right?
I would imagine so. But I told him, I was like, you know, I have no I said, I'm going to go ahead and warn you now. I have no certifications. I have nothing on paper that says I know what I'm doing. I said, but, you know, the staff can vouch for me that I knew what I was doing that day when I went in and fixed all of the when I went and updated the software on all the machines. He was like, we can work around it. My heart skipped a beat when he said we can work around it, because like I've gotten so far in an interview before with doing IT, with like getting an IT job at the previous place I worked.
Yeah.
And I went through interview phases. I went through all of that, only to be told at the last minute, well, you just don't have that certification. If you had an A+ certification or something, we might be more interested in you, but you're just not.
My younger brother, who he was doing Uber and Lyft for a long while. He was driving school bus for a minute. He got a temp job helping this one company that does like whenever a bank needs to upgrade equipment, you know, they come in and they update everybody and they get everybody on new computers and everything. So he works for a company like that. Well, that temp job turned into a permanent position, and now he's working management where he gets like 3 weeks vacation every 6 months.
That's not
He's
bad
got
at
no
all.
degree.
Bro.
He's got no certification. The only certification he ever had was vocational high school diploma.
Yeah.
In electrical. That's it. He's got no computer certifications of any kind, but he's doing that.
Yeah, I mean, if you can prove your work, that.
Oh yeah.
If you can prove you know what you're doing, and if you can prove that you're not like incompetent, I mean, it works out so much better. And that's the thing is, I went out and showed them, you know, hey, I know what I'm talking about. Like, he asked me one question, and I said, okay, look, I'm gonna tell you now, my weakest link when it comes down to computer stuff is like the jargon for like server stuff. You know, I can tell you what it is. I know exactly what it is, but I'm going to struggle a little. And I said, what I do struggle on, I'm willing to learn. And he was like, you got to quit selling yourself, man. Cause you're doing a great job. He was like, you got this.
And I mean, honestly, there are, and I know this sounds funny. I mean, you guys know I work for a cable company. We do internet and stuff. But for a long while, I was trying to self-educate myself, like literally buying books that another person might laugh at, like Networking for Dummies.
Hey, those are some of the best books to learn with.
Yeah. You know, just kind of like reading through it. I mean, and that was back when my offices were doing the business side.
Yeah.
We were doing Spectrum Business. And we were doing, you know, basically companies who are calling in because first thing in the morning they have no internet. Lo and behold, they found out that the power cord was unplugged. Most likely their maintenance or housekeeping needed an outlet in the middle of the night, but they just didn't plug anything back in.
Yep.
You know, sometimes
usually how it goes.
Simplest things.
That's exactly how it goes too, Dave.
So, but congrats on that, man. I mean, that's the hours probably. I mean, they might have you on call every now and again, but still.
Yeah, I mean, on call is not bad. I mean, I can handle that. Like, I was on call when I did my previous jobs that I've had. I was always the on call guy, and I was used to coming in and fixing certain issues. So, fun fact: I think we've all had at least one of those For Dummies books. I had German for Dummies.
Do you remember Windows 95 for Dummies?
I do. So,
I mean, that was a hell of a way to learn things.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what Windows it was that had the I had the name of the band in the Weezer video. Was it 98? Or was it 9?
Sounds about right.
I think it was 98 that had the Weezer video plugged into it.
I had Networking for Dummies. I had some other ones, and I still have those books.
Yeah, I had the German for Dummies for a while, but I don't know where I put it in the long run. I think it finally just.
I love what Destination put. I have Bass Guitar for Dummies.
Yeah.
Sleeping says he's got Marketing for Dummies. Hey.
I mean, hey, those books are some of the best, by the way.
I mean, like, I tell my customers, at the end of the call, I'm like, if you have any issues whatsoever, if you think you have a question that you think is stupid, there are no stupid questions.
Yeah.
Call into
I agree.
it.
Yeah.
Even if it's something you think is silly and laughable, call in. That's what we're here for. Because, I mean, we get people who, like, on average, I'll get someone who says, well, I'll ask them, how long have you had this issue? Oh, it's been going on for a few months.
Yeah, that's when it's a problem.
Yeah. And I had businesses that would do that. They say, oh, this has been going on for a few months, but now all of our phones are down. Well,
yeah, that can't be the issue there. Please don't let that ever be the issue.
I can't just say, well, why did your dumbass wait for so long? I can't say that, obviously.
I'm about to say that would be a big Dave get in here kind of moment.
I always tell them, listen, any moment you're having bad sound quality, but anytime you're having delay in emails coming through, anytime you're having any kind of delay of anything, you want to call into us as quickly as possible so we can get that noted on file and we can begin working on it. But you get a lot of people who like, oh well, I just it wasn't too big. It was annoying, but we could still get through the workday.
Yeah.
Well, now your workday's not going anywhere right now, so. Sleeping says there's only stupid people. Destination, but there are no stupid questions, just stupid people.
This is.
And my wife just walked by and says she resembles that remark.
This thing's crazy. I'm sitting here playing with this kit, guys. There are no stupid questions, just stupid people. There's only stupid people.
They have intelligence just in select categories.
Did you hear that?
I heard that. I like it. All right.
I gotta find the time when I can build this.
Oh, that Batman cowl looks epic, man.
The 1989, yeah.
Yeah. That is the Batman I'll always cherish the most because that was the one I grew up on.
I mean, I grew up watching the reruns of the old Adam West, obviously.
No, I still like the Adam West ones, but I felt that was more comedy than that was.
And, I mean, growing up with, like, the Justice Friends in 1980s.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, it's like, in the movies, it's always going to be, like, Michael Keaton. But when I read the comics, it's always going to be Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
Kevin
Conroy was another one from my childhood.
I mean, him and, of course, Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill voiced a lot of people in that show.
You just noticed this shirt sleeping? This shirt that my mic keeps wanting to hide? This shirt right here.
Sleeping.
And Jen also says she likes your wife, Dave.
Who doesn't like my wife?
You got that shirt from Goodwill, sleeping. Goodbye.
Hey,
you
I think I saw somebody get that shirt out of a Mercari store. I don't know.
You know, there is a pretty good Mercari store out there, I've heard.
Colbane's wife says she likes you.
Oh, okay. I like people too.
She likes people.
Why do they like me?
Because of what you said. They
Yeah.
could hear what you said.
Oh,
I guarantee you, one day we're gonna have a big giant meet and greet when all is said and done.
You want to take a road trip down south, right?
sure.
Yeah, anytime you want to come down, come down. We'll take y'all to see downtown Charleston. Convince you that it's not always 90 degrees down here.
That
Think Dave's having some technical difficulties, or
No, I was taking a bite of something, and my wife was like, she used the P word. I said, "Oh, we don't talk about the Backstreet Boy tour."
yeah,
She repeated the word again. I said, "No, that's still something that YouTube likes to flag, so we don't say that word."
yeah. Then again, I've seen some YouTubers use it and get perfectly still monetized. Just doesn't make sense to me. YouTube is a weird and fickle beast.
Colbain's wife Nim says, "Plus, from what I know of her, she sounds like me."
Probably pretty much.
You like snacks? She likes snacks. See?
She's Italian.
Yep. Go ahead, respond. Respond, come on.
No, I'm not responding to the Italian comment.
You just did.
Yep, Jen is very Italian.
When you mentioned the Italian thing, she just gave me this look.
Wait a minute, is she? Isn't she Italian?
She is, yeah. I'm always picking on her about it.
Yeah, I pick on Jen about hers too. Like, I mean, y'all have heard my stories about Jen's family.
Well, it's funny because one day our cat Olive was,
Yeah.
I guess she was meowing a lot, and she. Well, come in here and tell the story right then.
I like that. You're not going to tell the story. That is a Jen move right there. That is a very Jen move.
What do you? Here we go.
All right, we got to hear the story.
So Olive she likes to purr very loudly, and she sounds like a cricket when she purrs. So a couple of weeks ago, I was just sitting on the floor spending time with David petting Olive. And she started purring loudly, and David made a comment. And I said, "Oh, is she she's fighting. I know. She's caught on me." So anyway, she was purring loudly, and David made a comment about her being loud. And I said, "Oh, is she an Italian cat trying to keep up with me?" And David said, "She's not talking with her paws. She's not Italian." Or wait, he said he couldn't hear her talking with her paws.
Yeah. Jen talks with her hands all the time, and I'm just like, what are you doing?
Quickest way to shut up an Italian is to tie their hands.
So, by the way, Sleeping says that's also the name of his cat, Olive.
Well, that's why she got adopted. Because the adoption agency had called her Olive, as in black olive, and my immediate thought was when my grandmother would stick the olives on my fingers.
Yeah.
So when they said that, I said, "Okay, where do I sign?"
That's awesome. But yeah, we've got a few food named cats as well. Like so where we live, we have a lot of barn cats because we live on a farm. So it's like we're surrounded by like cats that people just like get rid of, or it's crazy. Like, you know, they'll show up and the farmers are like, "Hey, as long as y'all throw a little kibble to them, we're cool." So, you know, we take care of them. We kind of take them in, and not take them in, but, you know, we give them like food and shelter and all that, you know, and because we've got an old barn around here that they kind of live in, like an old shed that they go and hang out in. And it's crazy. Like, my niece started naming the cats when she was little. So she started off with Pork. And then after Pork, we got Beef. And then after Beef, we got Schnitzel. I was like, okay, Where did Schnitzel come from? You're too young to know that. Then I realized she was watching that cartoon, Chowder.
Yeah, Schnitzel.
Yeah, and they had Schnitzel on there. And after that, she just kept going, and like she would name them. She would give them interesting names and all that.
Now, our crazy cat name is River. River's the youngest one, and she's the craziest one.
Yeah, ours is Scoots.
Olive is just needy, and she can be a bit of a B word sometimes.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't get along with. She doesn't like River at all.
By the way, I'm almost finished with this kit now too. That's good because I've been going for 2 hours and 5 minutes, and I know Jen's like, "Hurry it up."
You got to feed her.
I totally made Jen sound like Joe Exotic there. Hurry it up.
I have yet to watch that.
Okay, I'm going to go do my nails now.
Go do your nails.
I will tell you, you both need to watch that at some point in your life. It's a train wreck. It's hard to look away from, and once you watch it, you're like, "This really happened. This actually happened." Because like the time I'm watching it, I'm just like, "This can't get any wilder," and it gets wilder, and I'm just like, "Okay, this is real life. This is what actually happened in Oklahoma." And Dave, the kicker is he ran for governor of Oklahoma.
Obviously, he lost, but
yeah, he lost. But I mean, the way he ran was just very interesting. Nathan, what's going on?
The Nathan Bowden Show.
It is the Nathan Bowden Show, guys. If y'all haven't checked out the Nathan Bowden Show, what are you doing with your lives? Come on, go check out the man, the myth, the legend. Give him a sub.
Every Tuesday, he's got his Country Fried Wrestling.
Yep.
With AMW and Tasman Taylor. Anything and everything to do with the wrestling world, you can find out on his show.
Definitely. I've actually learned a lot from all of y'all. All of y'all have taught me so much about wrestling because, like I said, the last time I watched wrestling was when WCW was a thing.
Oh,
well, no, I did watch one WrestleMania, but you know.
Last time I really watched wrestling, I did watch one episode this year when CM Punk came back, but it's probably been about 6 years since I really watched it.
Yeah.
Because it just was, I don't know, it's a WWE's just kind of, I don't know, falling off, so to speak.
Yeah. I mean, they're losing all of their talent left and right.
I mean, I have been meaning to watch that show Heels on Stars, which has Stephen Amell, who was Green Arrow on CW. Okay. But he's also been a big-time wrestling fan. He actually had a little storyline where he got involved in the WWE.
Really?
Versus him and Cody Rhodes, who actually they are best friends in real life.
That's cool.
So Rhodes appeared on several episodes of Arrow throughout its run, and apparently they've even had him on the new show a couple times, I think. Yeah, Sleeping says ML's all about wrestling. He is, because I mean, like on Arrow, he was a pretty physical person. He did a lot of his own stunts, and
yeah.
You know, obviously, he's no slouch, and you know, not everybody could go into wrestling, but he was able to pull it off for his little storyline.
That's cool, and I like the fact that he does his own stunts.
Yeah, I'm sure he doesn't do all his own stunts, but he did a lot.
He probably does a good many of them.
Him and his cousin Robbie are. You swear they were brothers.
Yeah,
they just had that look, and they've even done a few projects together. They did a short film, and then they got a budget to do a full feature on Netflix called Code. I think it was called Code 6. It's kind of like think of like metahumans, anyone who's got abilities, powers. Well, they were kind of classified as not really like a second-class citizen, but kind of in a way. Because like this Robbie Amell's character has electrical powers, and he's using these powers to do electrical work like construction work. Well, technically, that's taking away from a regular person who might be an electrician. It was kind of a weird, kind of crazy little concept, and it was actually pretty fun movie to watch if you got the time. Yeah, Steve Sleeping says Robbie's also on an Amazon show. That was a good one. Apparently,
really
they're working
cool.
on a second season. There was a TV show called Upload, where let's say you're near death, and if you can afford it, they can upload your brain, upload your thoughts, your brain pattern up into a virtual cloud, so you can still exist in a virtual environment, even though your body's physically dead.
It sounds like something that was kind of featured on. It's been featured on Destiny a little bit. Destiny 2.
This is kind of a comedy in a way.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a not really dark comedy, but it's got some comical, some comedy to it. It's almost like a romance comedy, believe it or not. It's actually pretty fun because, like, at the time he's dating this one girl who's like really rich, and she had the belief that they were going to get married, so she paid for him to be uploaded.
Yeah,
and she eventually cuts him off. So it's got some it's pretty entertaining.
got some parts here.
Is there a bug on your build?
Is there?
I saw
Yeah,
something.
a little beetle got in the house.
I was like, wait a minute, I see something crawling on it.
Yeah, it was a little
I
beetle.
don't think that's part of the build.
No, that was just. We get these weird beetles around the wintertime that come in and like they love to like crawl on everything. It's like one or two all the time. I was looking at this because I've got extra parts. And extra parts means I usually miss something.
Well, Nim, it's bacon. How can you blame the dog for eating 2 slices? Who doesn't love bacon?
Oh, that's actually really good because that's our little Shih Tzu Maltese that we have. She's been really sick lately. Like we've been fighting to get her to eat anything. Like
Okay.
Yeah, she's got. I think she's going through like some sort of liver issue. We're trying to get it figured out. The vet's like going through all these tests, and unfortunately, it's been like every 2 weeks has been. We have to wait like every 2 weeks just to kind of get an update to see how our labs are looking and all that.
Well, hopefully this is a sign for things turning around.
Yeah, she ate a little bit yesterday. We got some. Okay, I say it weird, but the Vienna sausages.
Not Vienna sausage, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I normally say it Vienna. Yeah, it's a very southern thing. Like my dad was very. My dad was the one that got me started on that, and he actually got into an argument with one of his professors he worked with. The guy was like, "Toby, no, it's Vienna," and he goes, "I'll have you know, and I'm gonna die on this grave. It's Vienna." Like my dad was very southern, but at the same time was very.
If you look at a word, that's kind of like that's how it looks like it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Vienna.
It all comes from like the origin of your language of choice there. Okay, I don't see this part used in anything, and I'm confused. I've got 2 extra parts that have no use whatsoever.
No, Destination Johnny Mnemonic. That was where like a person could upload files into his brain, but he couldn't remember years of his life before that. Great movie, though.
Not to be confused with Johnny 5.
No, J5 is.
Yeah, Johnny 5 alive.
They wanted to remake that.
I'm glad they didn't.
Because that would cause me to go on a rampage. The likes of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Let's just put it.
Yeah, where basically you'd go down to everybody's house and start like, "Oh, these are extra feet." Okay. I was sitting there looking at these. I was like, "What are these?" And they're just extra feet you use for the kit. Well, that answers that. All right. Let me go ahead and... Destination Stone says we say it the same way. Me and him say it the same way. Vienna.
Hey, it still goes down the same way.
Yeah. Now, Dave, have you ever eaten them?
Never had one, to be honest.
Okay, so do you like salty foods?
I'd say so.
So imagine like a hot dog, but it's like the softest hot dog you're ever going to eat. There's no crunch to it. There's no, there's no snap. It's probably like if you had a hot dog with no casing.
Okay.
And then imagine that as well with a chicken broth that it's sat in. So it comes in a little can like this. There's 8 in a can. They're super salty, but they come in different flavors. You can get barbecue. You can get like they actually have them with barbecue sauce. They got them in hot sauce too. I tend to like the plain ones, and they have a hickory smoked one as well. Which, by the way, this Tuesday, speaking of foods, I've got a new video coming out that I think everybody's gonna like. I'm trying biltong for the first time.
What?
So I've seen it advertised. There's a company called Strive that sells biltong, and biltong is basically it's like a giant meat stick, like a giant slab of meat that's been dried,
like jerky.
Kind of like jerky, yeah, but it's not. It's so much better than jerky, Dave. Like there's very little nitrates in it. There's hardly any preservatives. It's all natural. It's like very dry aged beef. And it's so good. Like when you watch the video, you're gonna see my reaction. It's like they sent me I got like 4 flavors from Amazon. Like I found a pack on Amazon for like $30. And yeah, that sounds expensive for 4 packs. But each one of these snacks is, I mean, I can justify that when you pay like that same price for a bag of beef jerky, and you get very little. This they fill the bag up. So like it's justifiable, and they sent me like the 4 different flavors.
Everything's expensive nowadays.
Oh, dude, yeah. And anytime it's beef, it's always gonna be expensive. But I got garlic. It was like a zesty garlic flavor, a teriyaki flavor, a
wasabi.
What was it? Peri peri, which is a South African spice blend, and then that was just a hickory smoke. But the peri peri flavor puts just enough heat in there to make you taste it.
I want to see you do the 1 chip challenge.
I might do that if we can get. I'll tell you what, if we can get to 750 subscribers by the end of the month, I'll do the 1 chip challenge. I will do that 1 chip challenge if we can get to 750. Harry Carey. Harry Carey here. Jen's arguing with the cat. Look at them. Who was Harry Carey? Was he with the Giants? We're with the Giants today. The San Francisco Giants.
Or Jim, what is it? Dana Carvey did an impersonation of him once on Thursday.
Yes. One of my favorite, and there's a comedian that goes on a radio show I like to listen to. It's called Bob and Tom in the Morning. He does a pretty good impersonation of Harry Carey as well.
Yeah, but honestly, how many people still it's like in our age range, like younger people really won't know who Harry Carey was.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people who don't know who Yogi Berra was.
That's sad.
And we're not talking about the cartoon bear.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell, yeah, he did it too.
Yeah, Will Ferrell was Harry Carey. All right, so I've got this kit finished. I was just looking at it real quick before I show it off, but this is it, guys. This is that space fighter. It's really cool. It's got these little like rounded wheels on the back here. They don't really roll.
I'm getting kind of a Ghost in a Shell kind of vibe off.
Yeah, it feels very much like those. What were they called? That, and there's another one called Pat Labor that had the same kind of design. Here's the underside of it, guys, and you can see it's got like a standard cannon right here. Cool thing is, if you want to break this cannon free, It's just a quick twist and pop off. And then you can rotate this around. And those come up. And now it's wingless. This always happens every time I go to demonstrate one of these things. The part comes off and it's like, yay, I'm free. Oh no.
Well, Nim, if it makes you feel any better, my wife will put out some cat treats, some wet cat food. 2 of my cats will lick the gravy off the solid food, but then the youngest one will actually eat the food. So maybe that'll help you feel a little bit better.
Yeah, like I said, the dog's been going through some weird health issues here. But here it is, and it's like core fighter mode. And that's really cool. Like, I've never seen a core fighter added to another system, but it's really cool. Like, I really like these 30-minute missions kits, Dave. I think it would be fun to invest in one for you.
Yeah, when you were holding that up just now, I got kind of what was that cartoon back in the 80s? Centurions kind of vibe.
Yes. You can see that there's a lot of influence in the 30 minutes mission kits from those different sci-fi shows and stuff like that in these 30-minute missions kits. Like, this has got some.
What if they did a Gundam series where, like, okay, let's say one Gundam had specific armor on it and it detaches because it launches that extra armor onto another Gundam that's heavily damaged.
Oh, that would be interesting. But it comes with an extra head here, too. And that gives me a very, right hand. I keep forgetting my right hand is not as good. If you were a hot dog, would you eat yourself? I doubt it. I doubt I would. But here's that extra head that it came with, guys. And, well, I mean,
if you're a hot dog, you don't have a mouth.
Look at the detailed sculpt on that.
I could see a lot of paint modding.
Yeah, this is kits. Yeah. I'm definitely gonna try to paint that eye. I'm gonna get a hold of some good metallic red paint. And definitely try to paint this head maybe a different color, because I could see myself using this part. But it comes with extra parts for your kits.
Michael's and a whole bunch of other places you can get really fine, small, really super fine small tip brushes.
Yeah.
There's even
comes with extra polycaps, which is really going to be helpful.
Polycaps are good. You can even find some fine tipped red Sharpies.
Ooh. Those would actually be perfect. Because the Gundam markers, I found out, if you use them too much on certain kit, on these 30-minute mission kits or anything made out of a cheaper plastic than the Gundam, it can melt the plastic. Because
on my my Green Ranger Zaku I just used a black Sharpie to create that black visor look.
Yeah. That's really cool, though. I love stuff like that, man. I really do. All right, guys, I think we're going to be wrapping things up here for tonight. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Dave, I want to thank you for being here. Dave, what are your plans for the rest of the week, guys? And if you haven't checked out Dave's Dimension, what are you doing? You need to go check out some Dave's Dimension. There's his link right there covering up his face. Sorry, Dave.
Oh, you're fine. I'm trying to remember what I have going on this week because, like I said, I just recorded a bunch of videos. Unfortunately, my videos have really bad sound quality, so I did put a disclaimer before that because I did the whole what if wave. I did an entire just massive unboxing. But this week, the 4th, I actually have some Star Wars Funkos that I did an unbox of. And then the week after that, I got some Masters Universe Revelations Man-at-Arms unbox going on. But I'm going to try and do a live stream at some point because I want to do this as a live build. I just got to pick a nice time to do it because I was going to join you last week, but I got drafted to do some bowling last week.
How's your bowling game?
First game was great. The other two, not so much. I mean, right now, I haven't bowled in ages, so my average is like a 79, 75, something like that.
Yeah.
But my wife wasn't feeling great, and one of her teammates called in, so she's like, "Do you want to bowl?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll bowl for you." She's like, "No, we need someone else." I was like, "Okay, I'll still do it." Got me out of the house, you know.
Definitely. But guys, make sure y'all follow that link right there. That is the link for Dave's Dimension. You guys, you got to go check him out. He's an amazing member of this community. Amazing YouTuber in general. You definitely need to go support our good friend, the Ghostbuster of Buffalo himself, Dave's Dimension. All right, so coming up for our channel this week, not a whole lot. We've got 2 videos popping out this week. One Tuesday and one Saturday. Yeah, that's it. Tuesday is a tasty test. We'll be doing the biltong, like I said. It's so think of South American beef jerky. That's literally all biltong is. So definitely go check that out. Andy says that those markers will destroy RG interframes as well. So definitely don't use them on your interframes. Have a good night, Destination Stone. Thank y'all for being here. I'm like Roy Munson when I bowl after he lost the hand. Oh, Andy found out the hard way. Having RG, I had to super glue the arms together on. Oh, that sucks. So, Saturday is another Outside the Box. And as y'all can see, it is a premiere. I'm doing another premiere for that. It'll be at, I want to say I put it at noon. I don't know. Either way, but there is a premiere coming out for some more of the Treasure X. Destination Stone has got me hooked on those Treasure X. I'm working hard to try to find the one that they're looking for. So, yeah. But anyway, comrades, I want to thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all can follow me on all of my social medias. Follow them. There they go. They're going. They're going. There they are right there. Go. Be free. Run. That one I don't use so much anymore. And if you felt like I deserve a tip for today's services or for today's builds, or if you would like to buy me a kit, there is my Cash App right there. Make sure you use that. Yes, okay, it's gone. Never mind. But anyway, guys, Dave, thank you. Check out the merch store. It's in that link tree as well. There's a link tree in the description that takes you to that merch shop. Go over there and buy you some KBG merch. That also picks up more of these kits like this Barbataurus and like my 30 Minutes Missions kits. But anyway, comrades, I want to thank y'all so much. Don't eat the yellow snow. That is a great tip. That is a very great tip. Thank you, Destination Stone. But anyway, comrades, I want to thank y'all so much for watching. Much love. And das vidanya.